So, I am going to record this so this can go onto the main channel. And this is not great, but there will not be content on the main channel or the Magic channel in the amounts that there normally would be for at least a little while. And the reason for that is very simple. It's Christmas time, so it was already going to be hard for me to get a lot of stuff done as of right now. Like, that's just kind of a reality of the Christmas season. But then I got a notification that chilled me to the fucking bone. So, as you can see behind me, there's a fundraiser right now. And the reason that there's a fundraiser is because at 7 in the morning yesterday, while Saki and I were asleep after spending time at Anime Weekend Atlanta, I got a message from my friend Flur's father. Now, I do not speak to Flur's father. We generally do not talk. Don't have a relationship with him in any way, shape, or form. So that felt weird. I had to get that little Facebook thing where it says, you have a message request from. And the message request said that their entire house had been burned down. And that Flur's phone, Flur's mom's phone, and all of their belongings had been destroyed. Now, this is furniture. This is all appliances, all food that was in those things. The house itself is completely gone. Game systems, computer, everything gone. Now, for those who've watched the World of Warcraft streams, Flur is our healer or tank and has been on multiple streams for the last 2.5 years. So whether or not you think you know this person, if you've been watching my streams, this is a person whose voice you have heard over and over and over and over again in your living rooms in various ways. Now, as for why the house was burned down, we don't know. Fire Marshal is trying to figure out what's going on right now. But I have my suspicions as to what happened, but I do not think that I am in a position where I can voice those suspicions for the time being. But right now, a friend of mine who I have known for over a decade, who has been part and parcel to several of my streams for, at least 2 to 3 years of my time on this platform, that friend's house that they had just inherited from their grandfather, and all of their worldly possessions, all of them, are all gone. Now, they do have a living situation right now. They are not on the street as of this exact moment, but they are without clothing. They are without a lot of their food. I know that Red Cross came through, so they've got some food. And they are without any of their means of being connected with the outside world other than a single prepaid cell phone, which I know that they just got a hold of today. So for the next few streams, both before and after Christmas, I'm going to be trying to shill this GoFundMe. As of right now, as information comes out, I can let y'all know. But since there's going to be a fire marshal investigation, and then that may lead to a legal investigation, there's very little of that information that I may be able to actually hand forward. I don't know. That's a thing that we'll have to figure out when the time comes. But for the time being, if any of you can donate to this GoFundMe, that would be incredibly helpful. If any of you have the wherewithal, if any of you have... I know it's Christmas time and everybody is strapped right now. Everybody's got stuff for their own families. But right now there's a family that is close to me that has basically woken up with nothing. This is where I normally would try to head off a bunch of comments at the pass. But I don't know if that's something that I really can do. I don't know if I have it in me to do that. I'm very monotone right now because I have been keeping myself busy. But if I were to throw the emotion that I have right now, it would be anger. I am just angry. That said, as of time of recording, We are 3% funded on this. We're at 20,000 for the full amount to grab. And the reason that we're doing that number is because replacing the house is probably not in the cards. I do not foresee enough money coming in to replace an entire house. Thank you for the subscription, Nobbles. This is basically just to rebuild just the possessions that were lost. Years worth of family heirlooms, electronics, food, appliances. That's what this is for. As far as housing, I do not know what their ultimate plan is in regards to that, because as of this exact moment. Oh, Dan, so I don't think insurance is going to be helping out here in general. That had not been settled down yet, as far as I know. Tal says, Roger, hope there were no injuries. So, what I do know is that, and this is unconfirmed, but I do know that Flur's cat, Jessica, who used to live over at my house, I know that Jessica was in the house when it was burned down. And they have not been able to find her. It's very likely that, well, you know, a lot of these pictures are not super high quality. These are just the things that were snapped from whatever phone the dad still had at the end of everything. But this is what their Christmas is right now. And I am doing what I can to help. So, as for what I'm doing on my end, for one, I know that video game systems are probably a damn near necessity at this moment. Something to keep your mind off the fact that everything that you've ever had just went up in flames because of potentially some asshole. We don't know. We do not have proof, and I cannot speak on that. So what I'm doing, I have my Nintendo Switch, and that Nintendo Switch is going to them. I have spare controllers and stuff, that's going to them too. And because I know that Flur's entire Magic the Gathering collection was taken away, and that is one of their primary forms of doing stuff with friends in real life when that comes. I'm in the process of building a handful of Magic decks that can be given, just straight up given, over to Flur. That way they've got those things. Another friend of mine is seeing what he can do about salvaging some computer parts together so they can try to build a computer. Between the two of us, we should have a couple TVs. So at least the entertainment side of things will be taken care of. And we'll be delivering all of that stuff, at least as much of it as we can get together in the next 24 hours. We'll be delivering all that stuff tomorrow. So that's where we're at right now. I wish I could put more emotion in my voice. But I really don't want to say the words that are on my mind. That said, I just got one of the decks sleeved. And now it's time to work on sleeving the next one. So, when this goes up on YouTube, there will be a link in the description to the GoFundMe. I know it's Christmas time. I know everybody is strapped. I know that the economy blows dick in general, and people just simply do not have access to the funds that they normally would have. And I don't have other words besides those. I don't. So, if you're able to help out, then that would be amazing, and I know that their family would be incredibly grateful. I think that's about all I got. Yeah, Anselin, that's kind of what I'm hoping as well. I'm hoping that cat smarts were cat smarts, and Jessica escaped and will find the means to come back. That's my hope. But that's functionally all it would be, is hope. So, that's what I got for y'all.